Plug Podcast Network, a Fanboys Inc. production.
Can you dig it, nigga sucker? Ooh, yeah! We boo you because you're both a couple of world-class international a-holes.
Welcome to May the 4th Be With You edition of the Faces and Heels podcast. We're just celebrating a few hours early.
No conflict.
Right. We got Lewis Perry over here, all red, busting out of his t-shirt, flexing. And then we got me in my Hello Kitty special. This is a tough shirt to find. Purcell.
Hello Kitty special, really?
Yeah, man. It's hard to find them in men's. My girlfriend found it for me, and it's a treasure.
Wow.
I got lots of compliments on it today. More than I got for my Adam Cole Bebe Muppet Babies shirt, which I expected to get big reaction to.
You get no reaction anywhere. I gotta teach you how to stand out. I gotta teach you how to I tried to do it already and it didn't work. I mean, remember the day you came over to the Geek Lair and I put you in front of the camera and we were recording one of your Kickstarters. And I said, all right, Jack, you got to take your personality. You got to up it 1,000. And you were like, can you just do it for me? I was like, no, I can't do it for you. Do you remember that? You were like,
Well, yeah.
It's so easy for you. No,
Well,
it's not.
You wanted me to be you. I can't do that.
No, it's funny because even on Angry Geeks, at first Jamie was the same way, but now she's her. She can do it. I'm going to break you out of your shell, brother. You're going to be able to be the tower power, too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey. You're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to come right out and boom. You know, you're going to be able to entertain through the interwebs into the video scope. Hey,
Jeez,
can I make an announcement really quick before we get into everything?
Make an announcement, Louis.
All right, tomorrow night I will be, and Neil, one of my sidekicks, one of my kids, my adopted kid, is going to be, we are going to be at the Greenfield Public Access. We're going to be at their film festival tomorrow night. So go to Greenfield, and I forget where it is because I'm horrible and not prepared. But the Greenfield Public Access television station where Jack and I are on, Faces and Heels are on, and Angry Geeks are on. We're going to be out there tomorrow night because there's a film festival for people like us that make short films. And yes, the Angry Geeks, we did make a 4-minute short film, and we're going to be out there tomorrow just to watch us be stupid and do that short film. So please come out there and watch. Come out there and say hi. All right. Let's get into the wrestling.
Oh, hello, restricted streaming.
That's Axel. That's the big man. Hello.
No,
all right, come on. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Well,
some
sorry,
wrestling.
I was busy getting browbeaten and listening to announcements, so I want to move forward. So here's some wrestling conversation.
Yes.
I'm accustomed, and we're accustomed to talking about all of the WWE releases. We had like another dozen of them that happened last week. But we've also got not so much releases, but expired contracts beginning to happen in AEW, including some of the originals. And one of them that surprised me was Stu Grayson of the Dark Order. And I'm wondering, what do you think? Are we going to see Stu Grayson renegotiate a contract? Are we going to see him turn up in WWE? Unfortunately, maybe NXT 2.0, or are we going
Um,
to see him on the Indies?
I think, to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the Dark Order. I think that they're just one step above being jobbers. They're always on Dark. I'm just not a fan of the Dark Order. So, I mean, I really don't care. I don't care
Wow.
where he goes. If he goes to the WWE, he's going to get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that he will resign. He will resign. But if he doesn't, I think that he'll just go to the Indies and always be billed as part of the Dark Order. I mean, where else can he go? To TNA? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
But
Well,
we're getting some comments.
yeah. Will Yates gave us a woo, and Axel's back saying he'll probably resign because of the Dark Order, or resign. Sorry, not resign. Resign because of the Dark Order, or redo his contract, I should say. Yeah, maybe they just need to come to terms, and it didn't work out by May 1st. Marcy is here. Good seeing you, Marcy, at the grind. And
Hmm.
Marcy says, "Hey guys, curious to hear your take on Stu. I agree. Dark Order has probably run its course at
Yeah,
AEW. Ah,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. And Marcy, it was a pleasure to meet you, by the way. And I don't think you would have freaked me out because, like I said, I'm used to that. But it would have been an awesome experience if you did that. What would have been funny if you just came over and sat down? That would have just blew my mind. That would have blew my mind. um, I think. Thank you, Axel. I really appreciate it. Look at that, Axel digging the bandana. Um, I think definitely. Marcy said that she almost did. That would have blew my mind for sure. I had no idea what the hell was going on there. Um, yeah, Dark Order. I just don't. It does nothing for me, nothing at all. So it should just go away. Um,
Yeah, interesting. Well, I mean, the
yeah,
Brody Lee element's probably what's keeping it kicking, right? I mean, I feel like
I
that's
think
sort of a
so. Yeah,
showcase for Brody Jr.
yeah, it is. I mean, all due respect to Brody Lee and for Brody Jr. and everything that they're doing. That's awesome. Okay, if they have Evil Uno doing all that stuff, yeah, please keep that alive. But the rest of the Dark Order, just let it go. But please keep Brody Jr. and stuff for him alive for sure. But just let the Dark Order go because
Well, on the other
it's
end of the
just.
spectrum, the stuff that we're used to talking about with WWE releases, we've got Roderick Strong once again asking
Mhm.
for his release. And I think that every one of our listeners who is here probably feels pretty good about the idea of Roderick Strong heading to AEW.
Yeah, but it's just another dickish move. They know what would happen, just like Mufasa Ali. If Mufasa Ali goes to AEW, he's going to become a star because they're going to know how to use them. Um, Bill says, "Join the Dark Order." I
Yeah,
don't. Yeah,
Bill.
I know.
Lewis needs to join the Dark Order.
No, no. Um, if Roddy comes, he's going to join the undisputed elite, which I'm really digging that new shirt. I think that they're just doing it to keep him away. I mean, the guy he's gonna be unhappy. He's gonna be just miserable where he is. We know what happens to talent when they're not happy, when they are miserable. It's it's a bad situation. It's a very very bad situation.
I agree with you. And I got to say, I'm still bummed out that Dakota Kai got canned.
I
Uh,
know. We talked about that right before it happened.
I know, I know. We were trying to come up with you were all coming up with some great names for her. WWE. We
I
know they
know.
listen. They steal some of our ideas from time to time. They
Hmm.
should have listened. That would have been great repackaging right there, free of
Oh yeah,
charge.
for sure. For sure.
Axel says, I don't know if you guys covered this yet, but I need thoughts on Rhodes back in WWE. Well, I mean, it's sort of like Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins on a loop right now.
Yeah, it's I think that was Cody's way of repackaging himself. He was being booed in AEW, but like we always say, like I always say, and now I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart with love, and this comes from the wrestling locker room. This comes from wrestling magazines. I read this in the wrestling magazines. Wrestling fans are stupid. We are. We're very stupid. We booed him in AEW. He comes to WWE. We cheered him, and it's like because people don't watch the different brands. They just don't know any better. And he's not doing anything different in WWE that he did in AEW. But it's just, yo, welcome home, Cody. Oh yeah. Um, he's not doing anything different. He's not showing us any other move set. They're really playing off on who his dad is, and it's nothing special. So I I don't know. I really don't have a thought on where he is. He may be lost in the shuffle. They probably will throw a belt around him, and then they'll take it off of him really quick. I'm pretty sure he will be a transitional champion if they throw a belt on him. But time will tell. Does anyone know? Do you know, Jack, how long his contract is for?
I hear it's for 3 years. I see it a little differently, though. I mean, this is an unusual situation. This is Vince McMahon buying back Cody Rhodes from AEW and using him as though he's still in AEW. There's really not much, if anything, different about him. So it is really different and interesting. And I think this is all about context. I don't think fans are
Okay.
stupid for cheering him. I think it's
Oh no
just
no
kind
no
of.
no! I'm just using that. Well, I'm just using that saying because that saying has been around for a long time. Axel says true. He's bringing the attitude from AEW to WWE. Yeah, he is. The handshakes and all that stuff for sure. Bill says Cody will unseat Roman. Book it. Um, yeah, you could be right, but I really want Drew again.
I
Especially
would
with
guess
everything
that
that's going on.
I would guess that Cody has probably worked it into his contract that he has to be a world champion at some point. I could see, like you said, maybe not a transitional champion, but maybe breaking up Roman Reigns' reign as champion a little bit, and then it'll go back to Roman. Because my understanding is that they have a pipe dream that The Rock is going to come back and finally wrestle Roman Reigns at WrestleMania next year to fill a stadium, which they want to become a regular thing now, doing stadiums. I think you're going to find them having to go overseas to do that. Marcy says, I think Cody has a different audience that makes a bunch of difference. Yeah, I mean,
True.
it's kind of cool. I mean, it's like in comic books, and Marcy, I think you'll relate to this, and I know Lewis and I do, but it's almost like seeing a DC character crossing over onto a Marvel book. It's like why it was cool when Hulk versus Batman happened or Spider-Man versus Superman. It was just cool seeing them in a different context. So I think it's the same thing. I think seeing Cody Rhodes in the same gear and with the same look is cool. And Axel and Lewis are campaigning hashtag Drew for undisputed.
Yeah,
Well, here's
absolutely.
a question for you right now. So we'll talk about this in a little bit. But we've got a pay-per-view happening in our backyard down in Providence, Rhode Island,
Yo,
WrestleMania Backlash. And
yeah.
the main event just got diluted in a weird way, but you're getting Drew against Roman, but in a trios match. So
hmm
now the reason I say it's diluted is we were getting the merging of the belts. We were supposed to see RKO, or sorry, what are they? Is that what they're called?
RK Bro.
RK
RK
Bro
Bro.
against the
The
Usos to
Usos.
unify the belts. So now it's become a trios match with no stakes, as I understand it.
Yeah, what they're doing is I believe it all did start at WrestleMania because what they're doing is they're building up Drew. I mean, he kicked out of the end of days, and then he took on Jinder Mahal and two other people by himself. In a preemptive match, he just did so much stuff on his own. They're making him into more and more of the unstoppable badass that he was. And now Roman's backing down from him, and oh, this is a long time coming, Racco. Oh, you're not getting a shot. All this stuff happening. Randy Orton called Drew for help, and Drew comes out of the locker room. All this stuff is happening. Axel says that change is disappearing. I don't know. After last night's Raw and everything that happened, they were talking about it because the locker room, not the locker room, but all the officials came out. They had to separate the three of the guys. They're building Drew up again to be this unstoppable guy. I don't know. I don't know where it's going, but once again, WWE and their storytelling, they build you up. They take this little snowball and they roll it till it becomes this gigantic snowball. Then they hit it with a flamethrower or melt it because it goes nowhere. So that's their MO. That's what they do. So they're doing whatever they're doing with Drew just to let it go away. So it's gonna be bad because they do the same thing. They did it with Alexa Bliss and the Fiend. They built this big thing up. Oh my god, and they died. They could be doing the same thing with Drew. Oh my God, the first person to kick out at the end of days. Oh my God, he just did this. Oh my God. Blah, and it's going to die.
Well, think about it. Aside from Cody and Drew, who do they really have left who's a serious contender? Right. Nobody. So they got to bide their time until they can maybe steal someone else away from AEW. They're sure as hell not building any stars to fill that position.
No.
Right?
Because they stayed, we don't build stars anymore. Yeah. Because you treat everybody bad and they all want to leave.
I know.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
I mean.
And Shinsuke Nakamura, is anyone thinking for a moment that Shinsuke Nakamura has a snowball chance in hell? Talking about snowballs of...
exactly. It's like
turning the title reign.
I know. It's like, come on. I mean, it's just awful. It really is. And now the next Brock Lesnar, he got canned.
Oh my God! I don't get it, man. I don't get it. That guy, you didn't give him time to develop. If you're gonna really say that NXT is developmental, and then you don't give guys time to develop, what kind of developmental territory is this?
Now, if things go as planned for, it's no longer WB, now it's Discovery, whatever. If things go as planned, Black Adam is a hit. They immediately go into the sequel of Black Adam, and the Justice Society is going to show up in other things. Right. And The Rock ain't going to have time. He's not going to have time to come back into the ring. And I'm sure there's going to be stipulations in his contract going, no, you ain't going to do that, or you're going to lose a hell of a lot more money than Vince McMahon can pay you. So I don't see that happening. I don't see The Rock coming back into the ring. I really, really don't. I think he's exactly. I think he's too smart of a businessman to do that. Does he know where he came from? Absolutely. Does he care about where he came from? Absolutely. Would he step foot back into the ring if he has a bunch of movies on his plate that's going to make him a lot more money? Probably not. And that's plain and simple. I guarantee it. He'll be like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I have this contract. I have this. I can't do it.
Look what happened when he fought Cena. He tore his abdominals and then he had surgery. That's what they're afraid of, is he's going to get hurt again. That's what happened when he fought Cena.
Yeah, so there'll be no way that he can do that. No way at all. He will not be able to do that. He won't be able to get in the ring and perform. No, because of that. He will not risk a payday of $40 million for one movie, plus all of the merchandise, all of the T-shirts, more than he will make wrestling, and we all know this. To go wrestle one match, one night. No, He won't do that. There's no way in hell. And I
Right. So
don't
then where
care.
does that leave them for WrestleMania next year? I mean, to me, WWE is in a bigger bind than 2022. The big problem is what are they going to build towards for WrestleMania 2023? And I mean,
Vince
really,
is going to Arkham Asylum.
yeah, well, you got to do something. You're either going to get a lame celebrity, maybe Logan Paul will fight Roman
Oh my
Reigns. You got to
God!
build him up.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God!
really, honestly, what do they have left? John Cena's not coming back for it. His career
No.
is blossoming, so he's not coming back. So what are you going to do? Are we going to have Dolph Ziggler challenge? You're going to build him up after treating him like a jobber for
Oh
a
my God!
decade?
Well, I mean, they already tried to build Dolph. If you remember right, Drew's first title reign, they tried to do that. Drew said, "Hey, do me a solid. Let's build, Dolph up." They gave Dolph what, 2 title shots. It didn't work. He didn't get put over. So it did not work. Yeah, Joe, and Joe McDonald is in the house.
Joe says Backlash, a glorified house show. And Joe McDonald, this is your backyard. And yes, I did mean glorified. Oh, glorified.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. So let's go over the Backlash card real quick because
Sure.
Joe's bringing us right into that. He says he's likening it to a house show. I actually think the card looks okay on paper, but it's very repetitive, much like we're accustomed to in WWE. We talked about the main event. It's
Yep.
been dumbed down into a trios match. There's no stakes now. To me, more poor booking. We got Charlotte Flair defending against Ronda Rousey. Does anyone
Yep.
care? I'm not sure.
No.
Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins again.
No.
We're seeing it at every house show, like Joe mentioned. It is sort
Yeah.
of a staple of house shows at this point. AJ Styles against Edge, as you know, I don't want to thunder there. But Edge and AJ on paper should be a great match.
Yeah, but I mean, all right. Now, when the lights went out and AJ says, "Kayla, you got to get out of here now. You got to get out of here now." And then I was like, "Oh, come on. Why are they doing that? Come on, please."
Right. And then here's something. Happy Corbin against Madcap Moss. I don't get it, man. That's got popcorn match written all over it. Is anyone invested in either of these guys?
Not at all.
So why are we doing this at a pay-per-view? It is very house show.
Maybe it's on the pre-card?
I mean, I don't know. There's only 7 matches, so I doubt it. I don't know, unless they're doing a 1-hour time limit or something.
I don't know. Axel says. What does Axel say?
How about that plug about Roman and The Rock in his show? I didn't see. What show are we talking about? The Young Rock?
The Young Rock show? I don't know, but the actors look. Oh my God.
Seen it.
Joe
McDonald
says
only 3 matches I'm excited about, and it's not the Bloodline, which I think might close the night. Unfortunately, yeah,
of course it will.
No doubt that's going to close the show. They think it's a big main event, and only 6 matches on pay-per-view. I think is it 6? I thought it was 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you're right. It is only 6, but they'll add more. It'll be a last-minute afterthought.
Oh yeah. They always do. They always add more when they go, "Oh crap,
yeah,
our buy rates are down. Yeah, let's add more."
Like, where's some random women's match where they start arguing and turn on each other? Sasha Banks, how about you fight? Oh, I don't know. Liv Morgan. Okay, it'll be that. That's all they're gonna do.
Yeah, and Sasha, oh my God, Sasha Banks, my tongue twister there for me, and Naomi. We all see where that's going, and it's like, bring back Bailey, please. We already got Asuka back.
We got Asuka back. We're proud of that. And she better turn up at this show. I mean,
I
gotta
know.
be kidding me that her and Becky aren't on the show.
I know. They
I don't get it. I'm
do
palms up. How is this not happening? How is that not immediately what you're trying to build on a pay-per-view? Joe McDonald says, no Sasha right in her backyard. Only 1 title match? Really? Joe, we're with you, man. I am shocked at how piss poor the booking of this main event was. I was really excited about this tag team unification. I mean, I know Lewis and I have been ranting about it for almost 2 years, but finally it was going to happen. And now, oh, sorry, you get a meaningless trios match instead. Marcy says, oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Read
Marcy
Marcy's
says,
comment.
can WWE treat women's wrestling any worse? Oh, wait. they could treat them like tag teams. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, for
non-existent,
sure.
thrown together tag teams that mean absolutely nothing. Women who are turning on each other at the drop of a hat for no reason does not
Well,
serve any storyline.
let's now. Okay, now Nikki Ash is going to be changing characters again.
Oh,
Is
who cares?
that what everyone got from the whole thing? What now? Dewdrop no longer be calling Dude herself Dewdrop, and now be calling Dude, and she's now. Are you stop playing around now? Are you ready to get serious? Are they going to become a tag team? It's like, what the hell? And
Bill
Bill
Anderson
says,
says, "Love that Jack keeps saying trios match. Yes, I want
yes,
a
of course.
trios title, Bill. I want a
Yes.
trios title in AEW. I know we're not getting it in WWE." Will Yates says, "KO versus Elias." Oh, sorry, Ezekiel. Yeah, Will, I
Wouldn't it
think
be
you're on the
funny? Now,
money.
I said this to my son. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if he really was a twin and it was the best kept secret in the world? I mean, we would all friggin' feel stupid as hell, but it would be hilarious. Because think about it, the Hebner brothers, we all didn't know about that.
That was
It
awesome.
would, I know, it would be awesome. It would be. It would be so friggin' funny. Joe McDonald, Nikki going
Nikki's
to.
going to the Wish House of Black. Oh, yeah, really?
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be. It's gonna be Rhea, like we're all thinking.
Yeah.
Joe says he wants Priest versus Balor, and Will says that would be funny. Yes, I wouldn't it, Will? It would be freaking hilarious if that really was the case. It was like, what? Oh my god, I would laugh my ass off. It would be the funniest thing in the world. It would
It'd
be.
be pretty
I
funny.
mean, it would be. It would be like, holy crap, they really were twins. It would be just oh my god, I can't stop thinking about it.
I don't want to leave
Um
off one of the last of the unimpressive matches for this glorified or glorified house show, as Joe McDonald put it. But we have Lashley versus Amos, which I
oh,
don't know if I could care less about. Joe McDonald is back saying, "I wonder how much of a talking AJ and Balor got for the Bullet Club too sweet when they got back to Gorilla."
yeah, I I don't know. I don't know. And Joe, yeah, Joe, I did make a reference for that. It would be the best kept secret since the Ebner twins. I I made reference to that before I started going on my little rant there. Um, I don't I don't know if they got a talking to. Maybe they got permission to do it.
Maybe they want to get
So
future endeavored.
maybe, I mean, if I was Finn, I would want to. But no, AJ already stated he doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to retire
Yeah, he's all
here.
done.
Yeah, he wants to retire here and hang up the boots in WWE. But I don't know. I don't know. Jack, we were in pro wrestling grind last Friday night. It was
Yeah.
my first show. I got to admit, first of all, I want to publicly thank them for announcing you and I being at the show. That was a big treat, and it was a blast. So I want to just put it out there that if anyone, what's the next show? May 29th?
May
Memorial
27th in
May
East Hampton,
27th.
Massachusetts at the same venue, the Pulaski Club.
Yeah, make sure get your tickets. Make it's worth it. Go out there, have some fun. I met Marcy for the first time out there. I had a blast. It was really a fun time. Yeah, I mean, you guys are going to see some stuff that you'll never see before. I mean, it was really good, and we're gonna have a grind wrestler who made his debut. He's gonna be booked on the show, talking with me and Jack pretty soon.
Yeah, it's going to
So
be
yeah,
great. Yeah, we're working out a date, probably
yep,
the end of May. So we'll talk
yep.
about that. But you're going to see a really stellar lineup. They got some new people who are debuting at the grind. I won't announce all that quite yet. And the Shook crew are returning, which will be awesome. Bobby Jr. accompanying Bobby Orlando and Bryce Donovan, and O'Shea Edwards is coming back as well. So
Yeah.
if you're a Ring of Honor
And
viewer,
yeah. And now let's talk about this Saturday. We're double booked. We're going to be at Alternate Universe LLC in Milford, Connecticut for Free
yeah,
Comic Book Day. And
Eric
then
Yacco is an amazing owner, great guy. Looking
sponsor of the
forward to
Angry
hanging
Geek
out with him.
Show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the guy's
Angry
got
Geeks
taste.
Approved Shop, and he is a sponsor of the Angry Geek Show. But Saturday night, Jack, where are we going to be and who we're going to be hanging out with? I'm going to be hanging out with a toy collector. That's what I want to talk to the boy about.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Mm-hmm.
he said some stuff on his blog that I really don't agree with. He doesn't know
Oh,
who Migo is.
ooh,
Yeah, so Mr.
whoa.
Ego doesn't know what Migo is, and I'm going to have some words with the boy when I show up there, because I'm not going to see him where he is at another Angry Geeks approved shop. All Ego Ethan Page is going to be at the Zombie Hideout signing autographs this coming Saturday at Angry Geeks Approved Zombie Hideout. And I was asked, hey, are you going to be there? No, because I'm going to Alternate Universe LLC. But Jack and I, we're going to be hanging out with Swoggle and All Ego Ethan Page Saturday night. So why don't you tell everyone about the Blitzkrieg show we'll be going to?
Yeah, well, we talked about Zombie Hideout. Blitzkrieg
Yep.
Pro is got another stacked lineup.
Oof.
It's at White Lion Brewery. And by the way, if you're into beer, and I don't know, I'm just letting you know I am.
I
It's
know
an
you are.
amazing brewery. It's the best amber I've ever had in anywhere that I've been. So if you're into that, that's a bonus. But Blitzkrieg Pro is got, in my opinion, a double main event. I don't really know. I don't think they're billing it that way. But in my opinion, double main event. Our buddy Alec Price, the Northeast Beast, the belt collector, the Limitless champion, is going to be facing AEW's All Elite, All Ego, Ethan Page.
That's
That
right.
will be a banger.
Yes, it will be. And then my client, the one and only VSK, who is he wrestling? I booked the match. I don't know who he's wrestling. I know he's defending the title.
He is. He's defending the title against Samurai Del Sol, who's
Oh, no, wait. I didn't book that one. What was he? Crazy? No.
Some of our listeners know as Kalisto from the Lucha
Mhm.
House Party in WWE. And Samurai Del Sol is going to have Triple V in his corner. And Triple V, if you don't know who he is, has an interesting story. He, I believe, is billed as the first pro wrestler with Down syndrome.
Correct.
And he's going to be with Samurai Del Sol. So that's going to be really interesting. And it's a debut for both of those guys at Blitzkrieg Pro facing VSK for the belt.
Yes. Yep. And Hornswoggle is going to be there, and wrestling legend Sabu. Yes,
Yeah.
which is very exciting. Now, I got to say, Blitzkrieg, they put on one hell of a show. Jeremy Leary, the promoter, a personal friend of both of ours. Blitzkrieg, it's just homegrown right here, Enfield, Connecticut, Springfield, Massachusetts. Phenomenal shows, man. I mean, I don't care how far away. Joe McDonald, I saw your comment earlier. I did not want to post it because we were bringing it in to Jack and I conversation. Make the trip, make the drive. It's worth it. It is. Plus, Jack has a very special print that I was able to see. And actually, Ethan Page saw the print and loves it. I mean, immediately he commented on it and he was like, "Jack, man, I love it. I can't. Oh, I'm excited for it Saturday night. It's gonna be a blast. I mean, every show that Blitzkrieg puts on, that Dirt Dog Leary, excuse me, puts on is awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome show.
and we got other matches, and I have another opportunity to refer to a trios match, so I'm going to use it. We got a trios match. We've actually got one that I think will be fun because talk about long-term booking and well-booked storylines. We've got a new member of the CDC, so we're going to have a trios match where the CDC is going to face Logan Black along with the Hardcore Geeks, who are Kennedy Copeland and Riley Shepard. And we've had Riley Shepard on the podcast before.
And we also have, Logan Black, personal friend of both of ours. Yeah, Logan is just phenomenal. He actually put on a great match on Friday night at Grind. So
as usual, and he's undefeated.
Oh my God!
At the Grind.
Yeah, Logan is just incredible. So I can't.
And so we've also had Devantes on the podcast. So Devantes is part of the CDC. So we got that as a trios match, and Travis Huckabee, who had, as we predicted, a banger with Mike Skyros at Pro Wrestling Grind, and we've been fortunate enough to have both of those guys on our show. But Travis Huckabee is going to be facing Hot Sauce Tracy Williams at Blitzkrieg Look My Way. That should be a great match.
Oh my God, it's just wrestling in Western Massachusetts is off the hook, plain and simple.
It's an embarrassment of riches, Lewis.
Yes,
and then we've got Manders versus 50 Cal. We've got AEW's All Elite Platinum Max Caster. I know you're not a fan, but hang in there. He's teaming up with Bobby Orlando, who we've also been fortunate enough to have here on the podcast. Our buddy Bobby Jr. has been getting involved in some of the matches. He might do another dive. He did a dive at Beyond a couple weeks ago.
Maybe.
And they're going to be taking on Miracle Generation, who is one of my son's favorite tag teams. They're a real up-and-coming team. They remind me of the Young Rockers when they used to wear like the little bandanas around their waist and the yellow and purple.
Oh, Jack, you just like Caster, because like every time you give him a print, he posts it on his Instagram and it goes everywhere. I'm like, God, I just yes, that's all. You go, hey Max here. Oh, okay, thanks, Jack. Click Instagram. Click there. Like, yeah, that's all. My God.
Yo, Lewis Perry, he ain't eating no Ben and Jerry's.
What does Joe say?
Joe says Lewis is just afraid Max will cut a rap on him. Yeah, Lewis might get roasted.
Oh, really? I'm the king of Kung Fu, so forget karate. I'll punch you in the head and kick you in your body. A straight right hand will send you to the promised land. I'm not afraid to rap with no man. How about that, Max Caster? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Biatch. I'm not afraid. I'll bust it right back. How about that?
All right. Well, I'm
yeah. And Will Yates says, what? That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
On it. And then we've got a match where I got to say, at Beyond.
Jack, you can't even talk right now.
Well, I'm trying to transition out of this so you don't rap anymore. CPA took on Dan Barry, who we've seen on AEW, seen all over the Northeast. They had one of the most entertaining matches I've seen in quite a while. And so Dan Barry is going to be teaming with Swoggle at the Blitzkrieg show on Saturday in Springfield, 7:30 p.m. And they're going to be taking on Jeff Cannonball, big dude. We've seen him a bunch of times.
Yep.
And he's teaming with Dr. Redacted, who was formerly known as Dr. Cube. Some of you guys might know Dr. Cube. I think he's had a few different incarnations, but now he's Dr. Redacted.
Does anyone out there... Everybody look at Jack's face. There is an indie pro wrestler out there, and I just want to know if anyone knows of this guy, the Candyman.
Oh, no.
And I just want to know, because that happens to be Jack's newest favorite pro wrestler. So please let us know if you guys know about the Candyman. We want to know more about him. So please. And Axel says if you guys need security, let him know for time to plan. We'll let you know, Axel, for sure. I got to talk to Jack.
I might need security. I don't know about Lewis.
So Jack, what's going on in the AEW scene? What's happening? How do you feel about? Will Yates says, "Don't say his name 3 times."
I won't say his name once, brother.
How do you feel about CM Punk and Adam Page? How do you feel about that storyline? I mean,
I don't know if I care. I really don't know if I care about it. It's not a headlining pay-per-view match in my book. I mean, I know.
No, it's not.
But I don't care.
Joe McDonald said it should be a banger. I disagree, Joe. I
I don't
mean,
know.
this would be the the next one of Hangman's matches where I'm not double rooting. So I'm gonna be all Adam Page in this. So I don't. Yeah, it's like, okay, go get him. Um, it does nothing for me. It does nothing at all except for Adam being in the ring, Hangman being in the ring. I don't care. Not at all. It's just get Punk out of there.
Yeah, I'm with
Uh,
you. And I like both the guys individually. I just as a world title match, this doesn't do much for me. But I think it'd be a
no,
fine match. I just don't think it's a main event.
correct. I don't think so either. How do you feel about? Oh, Marcy comes in with a nice quote.
Marcy says, I wonder what the angle was that got pulled due to Adams being out this week with COVID scare. It was probably just more talking. I don't know if they were doing more than running their mouths. It would be interesting to know. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow night. Joe McDonald says, wait to see if Kenny comes back, leading to a Kenny Bucks versus UE down the road. It's only a matter of time, Joe. I
Oh
think they're going
yeah,
to save that for the fall.
yeah, definitely. And it is now, yeah, undisputed elite. I want to get me one of those shirts. That was when I saw those shirts debuted. I'm like, that was awesome. Um, Wardlow, I want to see him kill Spears.
Yeah.
I, I,
Yeah.
please. They are building that man. For him to do a senton bomb was just friggin' incredible. He missed the mark a little bit, but still, it was just the guy impresses me more and more every week.
Well, we want to
It's
see him fight MJF at the pay per view. Isn't that what they're building for Double or
Yeah,
Nothing?
that's what they are building, but first he has to kill Spears first,
Yeah. It's only a matter of formality.
or maybe it'll be a handicap match, World overs both of them.
Oh, geez. Joe McDonald says Spears equals Ty Dillinger. 10, 10, 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
Um,
him.
what about how does everyone feel about Sammy Guevara? I mean, they did slam him and Ty Conti down everyone's throat. Everyone started booing them since they started slamming them down our throats. Do you think the heel change was warranted? How do you feel about that?
Well, they just won the AAA mixed tag team titles,
Yeah, I
so
know
I
that.
mean they're hot. I don't know, man. I'm not so sure that I'm on board with the heelish version of them, but I can respect that they're responding to the crowd reaction instead of ignoring it. I don't know. I like those guys. I'm afraid for Sammy Guevara. I think it's only a matter of time until he's seriously injured at the rate he's going.
Dude, he puts his body on the line constantly. The stuff that kid pulls out is just insane. What I
Yeah. He
do,
doesn't always pick his spots as well as he could either, and I really like him a lot. I think he's great, but
yeah, I do
um,
too.
yeah, I just don't want to see the guy break his neck.
Yeah, I do too. Um, Danhausen, I think he's being totally misused.
Yeah, the whole thing with Hook is a bit weird. I'm not quite sure what I think about that. But I mean, Hook to me is such a mystery. How in the world this guy's so over? I like him, but I just don't understand
He,
how we are where we are with him.
um, I don't know.
Yeah, you were
I
totally exasperated by that.
Well, no, it's because. Can you say it's because of his dad? Can you say it's because? Well, yeah. But then again, you got the ass boys.
Yeah.
All right, their dad is respected, but not as respected as. I mean, Taz is just an idiot. But Hook, I mean, he got his job because of his dad. But then but look what happened. He got rejected. Went to WWE, WWF at the time, got slammed there too. Went back to WCW, got slammed again, went back to WWE as Goldust, became a hit because he was found himself. He wasn't somebody else's son. Would Hook? I don't know. I don't know. Joe McDonald says,
Scorpio was so over last week with the crowd, but they still hate Dan Lambert. Well, I mean, he's such a hateable, punchable guy. I don't know how you're ever going to make that guy anything but a heel. I think he's great, by the way. I really like what he does. Joe McDonald says, I agree with Jack. I don't get how over Hook is. Yeah, I mean, I like him. Again, nothing against him at all. I just don't understand how he's this over.
I don't get it either. Will Yates says Danhausen is God. I just think he's very misused. The whole thing when somebody's trying to interview him, speak, stupid, speak. I don't get it. I just don't. I don't get it. I
Well,
really wanted to.
I don't know if he's medically cleared to wrestle. So, I mean, they're kind of limited at this point where they have
True.
to just keep him talking. And I don't know, his gear leaves something to be desired, too. I think Danhausen's presented himself better than he is right now. But I love the character. I agree with you. I don't know if he's really being used to his potential, but
Yeah.
maybe we're just going to have to wait until he can go in the ring and it makes him a little more well-rounded. I'm not really sure, but I'm so glad he's there. I love Danhausen, and he doesn't even need to wrestle that often. I think as long as he's there, they've done some great little bits sort of for just the crowds. It hasn't been on TV where they've used some of the personalities like Danhausen. And he's awesome. And Hook, too. Some of those guys will come in and make little appearances. It's great, but it's not doing anything for the TV product. Joe McDonald says it's kind of like Orange Cassidy. I like his stuff. I know Lewis doesn't, but I don't get his appeal. Oh, okay. I think he is awesome, man. And I got to tell you something, too. There's just certain things that catch on. I don't even know if it's important to know why, but even like with the best friends, like when the commentators are like, you got to give the people what they want. I'm not really sure why that works, but it does. And I didn't at first, it's kind of like, oh, whatever. And then after a while, I was like, yeah, that's right. Give the people what they want. I don't know. I'm into it. I can't explain why.
Another person I think AEW is misusing is Keith Lee.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with him. Like, hey,
Yeah, he,
this week.
I mean, having him team up with Swerve. Now, Swerve, I did not like him in NXT. I have newfound respect for him in AEW, especially after seeing him interact with the fans. Um, I got all respect for this kid, and even his ring work now, seeing him in person. But they don't know what to do with Keith Lee. They don't know what to do with him, and it's just, what you got to do something with him, but what? And it's just crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how much of it is his physical health too. I don't know if he's 100%. I think he has been good in the ring and everything, but he hasn't been as exceptional as he was in some of his NXT matches. So I don't know what that's about. Maybe there's something going on we're not aware of.
maybe, maybe, um, maybe that's why they teamed him up with Swerve. I don't know, but it's definitely I feel that he is being misused. Joe comes in.
Whoa, Lee versus Scorpio would be a good matchup. Understated,
Correct.
Joe, but absolutely awesome.
I would agree with that as well. I do think that AEW is still the wrestling promotion to watch. I would much rather watch that over WWE. The only
Oh,
thing that I watch WWE is if Drew's on TV, Asuka is on TV, Roman's on TV. Other than that, I change the channel. Or Rollins as well. Only if one of the heavy hitters on WWE is on the television, I'll watch it. I'll change the channel if anybody else. And because I just don't care. They don't make you care anymore like they did in the past. WWE forgot how to make their audience care. Plain and
I
simple.
agree because I
Yeah.
don't care at all. And I
Yeah.
want to. Like, I'm really nerdy about it. We know this. We're doing a podcast of pro wrestling. We're into it. And I can't get interested in WWE to save
Exactly.
money.
They forgot how to make their audience care. Marcy says, is there a tighter hour of wrestling on TV than Rampage right now?
Never.
No, never. Not at
No.
all.
Amazing. Week
You,
in and week out.
yep,
Amazing.
you care. You care about that. When FTR wrestled each other, boom, you cared. You watched that match. You were like, wow.
Yep.
You know, it just
Yep.
blew you away. And I'm digging the whole shaking of the hands thing, and that transferred over to grind. I'm digging all this,
Mhm.
and Joe McDonald comes in. This is Lewis didn't care about the wedding storyline. Oh my God! The only
Who
thing
did?
about that wedding storyline that made any sense or made me laugh was Truth, because he's one of my favorites over there because he makes me laugh. Will Yates says, how many AEW stars will be moved to kick off a new Ring of Honor?
Yeah, we talked about that, Will. We're with you there. I'd love to speculate about who's going over. And, are we going to see people like O'Shea Edwards, Vita Von Star come back? Or is this all just going to be, like you said, are we just exporting some of the AEW talent over
No,
there?
I did see. Where did I see it? I don't know if it was on Instagram, Facebook, on Google. Cheeseburger has a AEW match.
He did. It was awesome. The
Yeah,
reaction was
yeah,
off the charts for him. Off the
yes, I
charts.
did.
He
I
fought
seen
Tony
that, and
Nese.
I'm like, holy moly! Um,
Yeah.
you did see the match because I
Awesome.
didn't see
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yep.
no,
And here's
I
the
saw. Oh
thing.
my God! I said, gee, okay, I
We were
seen it, and
talking
I was
about
like,
how we wondered if AEW would keep the crowd reaction, and they did. There was nothing disguised about it. It was Cheeseburger got a monster pop, and the crowd
awesome,
was just super hot, and the commentators were just rolling with it. They're like, "Whoa, a big reaction for Cheeseburger!" And Cheeseburger's tiny compared to Tony Nese too, but man, the crowd really popped for him. It was awesome. Joe
awesome, and Joe
McDonald says
McDonald
he
said,
did so great.
yeah, I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, he AEW, but I have to watch the match. I wanted to
Yeah,
bring
really
that up
good.
to tonight, and I
Yeah,
saw the
you'll like
clock
it.
winding down. Okay, cool. And I, I'm just AEW has this all this talent, and I just want to see everyone. I mean, we have so many friends that are backstage. You have so many friends that are working dark matches, working security. Just I want these people to get their shot. In the ring, show them what they have. I do want to bring up another match, the Philly Street Fight match with Serena Deeb and oh my God. Um, what's I can't remember her name.
I missed that
Uh,
match. I'm spacing out on it too. I did not see that episode.
oh,
I'm embarrassed to
uh,
tell you.
I cannot remember. Oh my God, her name. I too many times get Sheeta. Thank you, Marcy. Serena Deeb, Marcy, and Joe McDonald both come in with Sheeta. I could not remember Sheeta's name because Marcy, cover your ears. I was just remembering Sheeta's outfit. My God, the jeans and the Joe know what I'm talking about. That's all I kept seeing. Sheeta hit Serena with the kendo stick, and Serena's face just swelled up. Her cheekbone looked like it broke immediately. It was one hell of a match. That Philly Street Fight match was awesome, and so was Sheeta's outfit. I'm sorry, Marcy, cover your ears. It was just, I mean, wow. I was mesmerized by the action and the outfit,
Are you digging
plain and
Tony
simple.
Storm?
No, it was not Tony Storm.
No, I'm saying. I know. I'm saying. Are you digging Tony Storm?
I am, but what the hell is wrong with her? I mean, she had a couple botches. She
Yeah.
was.
Well, did you see some of her interviews? She sounded like she had
That's
12 beers before the interview.
that's what I am talking about. Oh, and Marcy comes back saying that outfit was hot. See, now Marcy said it, so I can say it. Yes, I was mesmerized by Sheeta's outfit so much that I forgot Sheeta's name. It was like, wow. I mean, her outfit was like smoking hot. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about Tony. I am. I'm really worried about Tony. Now, we have Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Tony Storm and Ruby Soho coming up I'm very interested in seeing that match, but I'm also worried about Tony's well-being. What's going on with her?
Yeah, maybe
So
she just lost too much weight and she's malnourished or something. I don't know what's going on.
maybe I don't know. But Jack, definitely check out Sheeta versus Serena Deeb. That
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna catch up. I'll catch up with it.
one hell of a match, and watch that outfit. It's like, hey baby, it's like, yeah, it's definitely, yeah,
I think we missed the
yeah.
like that. I think we
Oh
missed a
yeah.
comment from Joe McDonald who said Tony needs to open the checkbook for the NXT releases. I don't know, Joe. Do you really think we need them? I feel like at this point, their roster is like WWE bloated, and I think they got to let some contracts expire before they start bringing in more.
I agree with you, Jack. I mean, do I want to see people like Dexter or Dakota Kai, where we can call her Dakota Sky, like all
Right.
the names I was giving out last week? Tony, I know you're listening too, so feel free to use any of the names. Um, I don't like Dexter. He's top talent. Bring him in, yeah, for sure. But what are you gonna do with him? What are you going to do with him? Unless you take Dexter and put him in the House of Black, which he would be a great fit as a silent killer. You know?
I don't know. I'm not sure he
But then
has that
again,
serious edge to him, but maybe.
well, he does. If you really think about it, before they put him with Indy, he was very serious, not saying anything, just being quiet. You put him in the House of Black, yeah. I guarantee he won't be getting beat up all the time like Buddy is. Will Yates says, Dakota Baker, please. Oh, yes, that would be, uh, yes,
All over it.
definitely,
All over it.
yes. Will Yates says, put him with Danhausen. Will, I am with you, brother. That would be awesome for sure. But I mean, yeah, that's okay. I'd rather see him with Danhausen than with the House of Black. Because right now, I mean, Buddy getting beat up all the time in WWE goes AEW is getting beat up there too, and I was like, wow, that's really bad. Poor Buddy getting beat up
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, he's getting the short end of the stick.
Yes, for
These
sure.
Australian stars aren't getting treated well.
No, I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you got to get it's Australia pro wrestling.
I don't know. I know what it is. It was because of Outback Jack.
Yeah, that didn't help.
No, not at
Oh,
all.
I'll never forget. That was the most anticlimactic debut. I remember seeing him at the Springfield Civic Center, and his debut lost to somebody who I considered to be pretty much enhancement talent. I'm like, wait a minute. Haven't there been vignettes on this guy for like 6 months and now you're a jobber?
I mean, you kept seeing stuff for Outback Jack. You were seeing stuff and seeing stuff, and he was doing like taking baths outside, doing hey hey hey, and then I never even seen him live. It just like he went away, and I remember one day going, "Hey, what the hell ever happened to that guy?" And you just never seen him, but his name was always there. Outback Jack. What happened to him? Joe McDonald says, last comment of the night, Buddy spent too much time chasing Mysterio's daughter. Oh! And perfect mouthpiece for Sam Shaw. There you go. Will Yates comes in with the last comment. Jack, time to wrap it up. Please tell everyone where they can find you. Get some pieces of art, where your Patreon is, and all of that happy other stuff. Ooh, look, the first appearance of Red Wolf.
Oh, hey now,
Yeah,
random, but nice.
yes.
So you can find Lewis and I together. The Faces and Heels will be appearing together as I'll be doing a signing at Alternate Universe. It's in Milford, Connecticut. If you haven't been, shame on you. Make sure you come down and check it out. Free comic book day. Not only can you pick up free comics, but you can support the comic book stores like Alternate Universe because you know what? They got to pay for these free comics. So when you go in, make sure to think about buying something. Grab those free comics, but also support these guys because it is not free for them, but they're an awesome store. Lewis and I have known Eric for quite a while. I've done signings there before. So looking forward to being back. If you're looking for a commission, you can always private message me online, get on the list ahead of time, or just come in because I'm going to be there from, I don't know, either 10 or 11 till 3 o'clock. So I'll be there for at least 4 hours. Come on in. I'll be signing books, be doing sketches. I'll have some original art for sale. And if you're looking to support the arts online, patreon.com has the first and only look at my latest print that is for the big signing we mentioned earlier with Alt Ego, Ethan Page, Swoggle, and Mark Sterling. And that's at Zombie Hideout in Springfield, Mass. And the first look at the next Blitzkrieg Pro piece for Look My Way. And that's featuring 7 different wrestlers. I'm not going to spoil that, but that's a really cool piece. So you can see it there. And it's an inexpensive way to support the arts. Patreon.com. Look up Jack Purcell. And you can find me at Jack Purcell Inc., I-N-K, at Instagram and Facebook. You could find me at Jack Purcell 38 on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, I don't know. I know some people are outraged, but hey, if you're there, check me out. And you can find us at Faces and Heels on Facebook, Faces and Heels Podcast on Instagram. And also next week, be here next week because we're going to have a guest. We've got Top 5 Dead or Alive. Sammy Diaz is going to be here. He's been setting the Northeast on fire for a while. We're going to have him on the show next week. So until then, let me hand it over so you could find out where to find this guy.
You can find me each and every Monday night on The Angry Geek Show with my sister from another mister, live streaming on Facebook, Twitter, all through the internet. You can find us there. You can find me every Tuesday night with my tag team partner like no other, my brother from another mother, the ink-slinging Jack Purcell, and a special project. It's brewing. It's coming to you. Myself, Ian Chase Nichols, and Joe St. Pierre. We are working together, so keep your eyes open for something huge with the 3 of us coming your way exclusively on the Angry Geeks YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for that. I am Lewis. That is Jack. Come and see us this weekend, and stay safe, San Diego. Thank you for hanging out with us. Bye.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpod-cast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.